Styles comes out this week he starts the week off, and yes, this episode of SmackDown is also in Glasgow, Scotland, and AJ Styles hits the ring, and yeah, he gets the AJ Styles chant, and he's like, I'm not in the mood for cheers. And then they booed him, and he's like, I'm not in the mood for booing either. And yeah, Ambrose cheated last week because of James Ellsworth, and he hates James Ellsworth. Oh yeah, we know where this is just pretty much headed. He said that James Ellsworth looks like a foot. Yeah, it was a travesty what happened last week and everything like that. But he's going to move past that and saying that he has to coexist with Dean Ambrose along with the rest of the team, and he wants to lead the team to beat Monday Night Raw at the Survivor Series. Cue Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin comes out, and yeah, AJ Styles is like, I want to make sure my team delivers. Corbin's like, yeah, I'll deliver, but it's not for you. Basically, he's the lone wolf, so he's going to be for himself. Cue the Wyatts. Yeah, the Wyatts and Randy Orton. Yeah, they're still riding that line. They hit the ring, but they don't say a damn thing. They just there to make the statement. Dean Ambrose comes out. He walks out, he walks back. Then he introduces James Ellsworth. JBL was funny on his commentary. He's like, how did that get past customs? Oh my god, JBL was just clowning as he always does. So, yeah. It's funny how even this is, I'm even saying this. But, yeah, Ambrose is pretty much outnumbered in the ring. Here comes the money. Yeah, here comes the money. Shane O'Mac comes out and he's like, yeah, I want you guys to work on the same page and so on and so forth. But you guys got to get your animosity out. Got to get out all that stuff. So he makes a 3-on-3. And after he does that, James Ellsworth is going to be the mascot for the Survivor Series team of SmackDown. Baron Corbin walks away. And backstage, where Baron Corbin talks to Shane, he doesn't want anything to do with the 6-man tag, which was basically, he was supposed to team up with Dean Ambrose and James Ellsworth, and he's like, no, I'm out. So Shane O'Mac puts him in the fucking one-on-one match against a returning Kalisto. Okay, fine. Yeah, Kalisto, the one that he beat down and bullied and pretty much raped. It was kind of like Heidenreich when he did to Michael Cole all those years ago. Yeah, that shit. So, they have to find a replacement for Baron Corbin on this 3-on-3 tag, the 6-man tag, later on in the evening for the main event. Which will be taken care of later. Breezango versus the Vaudevillains for the final spot for the tag team matchup at Survivor Series for the 5-on-5 tag team. And what happened to the Vaudevillains? Is it because of the Enzo injury? Is that the reason why they're kind of like, But yeah, Breezango actually fucking wins. So they're in the final slot, and it's like, oh boy, you put Breezango in, but you don't have. Oh, I'm surprised that they didn't put the Spirit Squad in. They didn't put the Hype Bros are in, but the Vaudevillains are not. But anyway. Natalya versus Naomi with Nikki Bella as was on commentary, and I didn't want to bother to hear what the fuck that Nikki was saying, so I just muted that shit because I really don't care what the fuck she has to say. Yes, you have Carmella comes out, and it's like, oh god, they're still continuing this shit. And Naomi actually beats Natalya. Poor Natalya. Corbin versus Kalisto never actually gets on the way because as soon as Kalisto does his traditional springboard over the top rope, he jumps right into a clothesline from Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin proceeds to take him out. Now, Baron Corbin gets on an apron and he falls off the fucking apron, nursing a leg injury, an ankle injury. And Kalisto attacks the ankle. And it's like, okay, I understand it's payback, but now because of that, Baron Corbin is out for Survivor Series. So they're going to have to find a replacement. But speaking of replacements, yeah, Kane ends up being the replacement for Baron Corbin later on in the night. And it was kind of a funny confrontation because Daniel Bryan is the one that introduced him because he has history with the Wyatts and say that, yeah, his career is on fire. So, Kane looks down at James Ellsworth and Ellsworth is like, okay, what's the plan? It's like, don't tag in. And Kane walks away. Okay, yeah, suitable plan. Yeah, James Ellsworth, stay the fuck out of the ring. Becky versus Alexa for the Women's Championship of SmackDown. I was like, no, don't give it to Alexa right now. It wouldn't make any sense to me. And they didn't. Becky actually wins, but as Alexa was tapping out, her foot was on the bottom rope, so now that's going to most likely become something. Maybe next week. It's the 900th episode of SmackDown next week. Maybe they'll do something for next week. And it is also announced during the backstage segment, Kalisto is actually going to get a title shot at Survivor Series against Brian Kendrick. And if Kalisto wins, not only he will win the Cruiserweight Championship, but he'll bring the Cruiserweight division to SmackDown. But before that announcement was made, The Miz, the Jizz, the Pussy, and his wife, yeah, the one that does the work, the true former Intercontinental Champion, Maurice, they come in the office, and the best thing about this segment is that The Miz doesn't say a word. Yeah, she says that she's pissed, and she can hardly talk to, because how can you let Dolph Ziggler make an open challenge to Raw? And yeah, Daniel's like, yeah, because we need a fighting champion. So they proceed to make Daniel Bryan was like, all right, yeah, you'll get your because she was complaining that my husband, he didn't get his rematch. And Daniel Bryan was like, yeah, you'll get your rematch next week. Take it or leave it. And then the Jizz, the Miz, he was about to fucking puss out again, fucking pussy. Until Maurice answers for him. Well, she probably does all of his answering for him and says that they will take the match because Daniel Bryan was like, take it or leave it. And the Jizz gets upset and goes out of the office with the true former Intercontinental Champion, Maurice. Can't stand that fucker. But it was good because he didn't talk during that fucking segment. Apollo Crews versus Kurt Hawkins. Apollo Crews, his career is over, at least as a face. He lost to Kurt Hawkins. I don't know what to say. I really don't know how to feel. I don't really know what to say about that. That's just, God. Apollo Crews was supposed to be this, he's basically a more athletic version of Titus O'Neil at this point. He's not a credible threat. He's not even credible at this point because of all his losing streak. It's ridiculous. It's just Kurt Hawkins beating him. Yeah, ridiculous. So the 6-man tag was with Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, and Luke Harper versus Kane, James Ellsworth, and Dean Ambrose, which the heels end up winning because James Ellsworth, yes, he had to tag himself in. He tried the no chin music, no chin. He went for it, and Bray Wyatt just caught him, Sister Abigail, and that was it. Can't believe that he's going to be the mascot for Team SmackDown. So, yeah, the beatdown was about to persist, but Shane O'Mac runs to the ring. Now, Daniel Bryan said that earlier in the night that he has to pick from somebody from the roster in order to replace Baron Corbin because now Baron Corbin is out of the Survivor Series. Damn it. Daniel Bryan comes down to the ring. Big yes ovation, by the way. He gets in there and he's like, yeah, my name is up there, but I can't compete. That earns some boos. He's like, yeah, but I can pick anyone from this roster, male or female. All the men or women on here. And there's another name on here. Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon, will you be on Team SmackDown? And Shane answers yes. So you mean to tell me that Shane O'Mac will be on Team SmackDown? So, yeah, Team SmackDown is in deep, deep trouble here. They just are. Okay, yes, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton. You could have picked fucking Luke Harper, but you picked Shane O'Mac? I'm not understanding that. That's just, especially if Shane O'Mac ends up pinning Braun Strowman or something like that. How is Braun Strowman gonna get with Bray Wyatt? I really want to know how that's gonna go. That's gonna be something. Or yeah, the Shield members. Oh, but anyway, that's Survivor Series, and then they start hyping up next week Raw because the Cutting Edge with Edge, he's gonna be there, and the Undertaker's gonna be there for the 900th episode of SmackDown. So that's my SmackDown live review report. It wasn't really anything extravagant. I mean, at least the Miz didn't talk. He's just, yeah, dick licking plus animals equals the Miz. Drop kicks, body slams, throwing motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. And yes, SmackDown, you need more work to do. How? So are they going to be exchange of belts? Raw is going to have the Intercontinental Championship, and SmackDown is going to have the Cruiserweight division? Who knows? This is the theme, and I'll see you later. Credits.